Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the useful crank mod, which is being made by user Hackfield, and what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is something oh so simple and yet oh so wonderful, and that is the fact that laser muskets no longer require ammunition, and I cannot tell you how much I love this mod, as when I first bought this game, that's what I thought the point of the laser musket was, that you had this strange hand crank generator weapon that you had to slowly charge up before firing, and I figured, oh cool, so it's not going to use ammo, only to come to find that, oh, it does. It did in fact use fusion cells. Just like every other energy weapon, they just made a contrived slow reloading mechanism, which confused the ever-living crap out of me and just didn't make sense. It seemed like a missed opportunity, and, well, seemed like that same opportunity to a lot of you out there as well, as it was actually a pretty common complaint about the laser musket. But then, of course, comes in the glorious modding community, and there actually have been several of these sorts of mods in the past, but I've never looked at them before because they all had a glaring issue. As well, basically to get something like this to work, to have an infinite non-ammo source, you have to spawn some sort of temporarily existing ammo in your inventory. And the problem with the predecessor mods to this one was that those imaginary ammunitions, or, well, rounds, I guess would be a better thing to call it than ammunitions, they could sometimes build up in your inventory for weird reasons. For instance, the Crank to Charge mod, which is another one of these, it basically gave you a one of these imaginary pieces of ammunition every time you picked up a laser musket. So even if you were just looting bodies of all these people you had slain, for every laser musket you picked up, you'd get another one of those things. And so you could end up with hundreds of these useful pieces of ammunition in your inventory that just wouldn't go away. Now, as for this mod, on the other hand, if we go to our ammo category, you see we have nothing in here. Even if we do crank this baby up to full and go back into the Pip-Boy, there is still nothing, as the ammunition that this particular mod uses is invisible, and it goes away very quickly. Basically, it spawns itself invisibly whenever you equip the laser musket and whenever you reload. If you're not doing one of those two things, they just simply go away, and since they are also invisible, you will never see them in your inventory no matter what, and that is a good thing, so you don't end up with some weird cluster of odd ammunition that you can't use or do anything else with. And it just makes me happy, because again, it just seems like what the laser musket was made for, an infinitely firing weapon that's just slow to crank. And that is a beautiful thing. And what makes it even better, and more entertaining, is that it even does work with the legendary automatic laser musket. So if we go and grab that real quick and just start spinning, we can in fact continuously fire this thing over and over and over again and be perfectly happy. We just have to crank it a few more times here in between firings, and there you go. So you still do end up with a basic limitation that you gotta keep spinning, and you do have this sort of between firing spin. But other than that, yeah, you got a fun weapon that you are constantly turning, and it just makes sense considering you got the whole generator thing on the gun. And that is just fun. Now, as for a few issues with this mod, if you do have a laser musket on you in your hands when you did load this mod in, the laser musket may not work, so all you have to do is just unequip it and re-equip it, and it should be fine after that. Another thing is that after you install this mod, Preston does not like using his particular laser musket anymore, and that's because he just doesn't understand the ammo. So all you need to do is just hand him another musket, and he'll be fine. Now, other than that, you can actually dismiss him, fast travel to an interior cell, and then save the game and reload, and then he'll be fine again. But frankly, I think it's just easier to hand him a new musket, and all will be well. Other than that, I have not encountered any other issues with this, and it's just fun finally having the laser musket how, in my mind, it always should have been. So, of course, that means we do need to kill our poor mongrel over here, as per tradition, and fire! There we go. Beautiful. And simply recharge the gun again. Oh, it makes me happy. But yes, that is the useful crank mod. Not a whole lot to talk about it, and yet I rambled on for 6 minutes. But if you would like to try this mod for yourself, and I definitely would suggest that you do that, you can take a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that is going to be it for today, folks. I hope you all have enjoyed, and of course that you do come back for the next episode when we'll be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching. And as always, have a good one.